Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's time for Channel Audits vidIQ style. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome once again back to vidIQ, the YouTube tool, the YouTube channel, and the YouTube Learning Academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And as we do every single Tuesday, we invite you through the vidIQ doors for a collective town hall discussion about YouTube channels, where we take some of your channels, give you advice, constructive criticism, and hopefully you can take that to your channel and improve as you continue on your own YouTube journey. As always, I could not do any of this without my fellow guests. I'm going to put Dan H on screen first just because he's there. I don't know how much Dan H is going to contribute to the live stream as usual, but we're going to also say hello to Dan C, our gaming aficionado auditing expert. Hello, Dan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you for asking how I am, Dan. I really appreciate that. Travis, how are you?
Doing well, hanging in there, having a good old time.
All right. For some reason, you look a little weird, so let me just shoot. There we are. You were just off. No, it wasn't you, Travis. It was where I'd placed the screen. But hello, everyone. Welcome to the vidIQ channel. And we're going to say hello to some of you now through the live stream chat. And the question I'm going to ask you today, and that's coming off the top of my head right now, it's going to be, what has been your favorite ever mobile phone? So I'm not talking about like Android or iPhone. It has to be a specific phone that is your favorite phone from the past. And I'm going to go first with a really weird suggestion, which is a OnePlus X phone, which was my first OnePlus phone, and I really liked it because it was a single hand phone use, as in you didn't have to use two hands to use it. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. What about, I don't know, Travis, what's been your favorite phone, being a tech expert here of all time for you?
Note 7.
The Note 7. All right, why the Note 7 specifically?
I was so in love with that phone before it started blowing up everywhere.
And Dan, what's been your favorite phone of all time?
I go through them, every couple of years, and I'm going to say the iPhone 6, and I'm going to say that because even after I was done using it, I gave it to a family member, and only about 1 or 2 years ago did they finally stop using it.
Oh, so, I mean, iPhones do last a long time, so it's like, almost like a hand-me-down type of technology. So there are favourite phones. Suggestions coming in here then from Travel Medic, who says the BlackBerry 8130, Jake McCreef with a Samsung A80, Everyman Tech iPhone 7 Plus. We got one here for the LG Velvet. And what else have we got there? Kylo with the it was one of the Nokias, but I'm not sure which one it was. It went off screen. Travis, who are you saying hello to, and what's their favorite phone?
A bad lawyer says the LG Envy. I don't know, I've never heard that one. A bunch of Nokia, some Xiaomi out there. iPhone 7 from DZ Studios. We got of course, iPhone 12, which is coming out. The Nokia 3310, very popular phone.
Hang on, how can the iPhone 12 be somebody's favorite phone when it's not even out yet? Well, you're just pandering to the hype.
They're so excited. Comes out this Friday. Reviews just have been released on YouTube today.
And Dan, who else are you saying hello to, and what are their favorite phones?
Very Studios TV says Galaxy S7 Edge. Persistent Wolf Billiard says, loved my BlackBerry Torch. I know BlackBerry users are just like, on a whole nother level with phone love.
Yeah, they'll be forever BlackBerry, won't they?
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Oh, yeah.
At least they'll have all of their bank accounts and everything secure in a decade's time. When everyone
they all
else
get to live off the grid and still have
been
cell phones.
hacked. Yeah.
Limited Frag says iPhone 11. U-Boy Productions says Stylo 5. Is that a phone? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Don't know what that is.
It's
Ethan
LG.
Rex says BlackBerry for life. Elite Play says Pixel 4. And then one more. Android Jenna says Galaxy S6.
All right, then. So there are some of the phones that you use, and we might be talking about tech in some of the channels that we audit this week. If you are a regular here at vidIQ, then what I recommend you do right now is, of course, like this live stream if you haven't already done so, and share it with fellow video creators, and start making your tweets for memes of the week, which may get your channel recommended to us for us to audit. And for all of those who are new here, do let us know in the chat with maybe a hashtag new. And we've also got this nice, lovely little video that explains exactly how the next 2 hours of live streaming channel auditing is going to work. vidIQ channel audits are all about helping you become better YouTubers. To submit your channel for possible review, in the video description of this live stream, there is a link that will take you to this simple form. Fill it out, and prior to the stream, we will pick out several channels for review. Channel audits are free. We offer them as part of the vidIQ YouTube service, and we can't be bribed. While super chats are always welcome, they will not buy you a channel audit. We do not want to create a financial barrier to this weekly community get together. The live chat exists so that you can all converse with the community. Don't ask for channel audits. During a live stream, the hosts don't have time to read them, and moderators will put you in timeout. And speaking of moderators, I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for supporting us every single week to make sure that this show gets up and running. It really is appreciated. We get hundreds of submissions every single week, and unfortunately we can't audit every channel. To ensure your channel has a fair chance each week, we purge the list, and after we audit pre-selected channels, we randomly choose which channels get audited. We only have so much time in a day to audit your channels, but if you download the vidIQ extension, our 24/7 channel audit tool will offer you tailored advice specific to your YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, download vidIQ for free today. A link is in the video description. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. We assume you want to grow your audience on YouTube, and that is what our advice is based on. Appreciate that we are viewing your channel for the first time. If we get something wrong, we didn't do it on purpose. It may be that your messaging and branding isn't doing the job it's supposed to do. And make sure to listen to the advice we give to all channels, not just yours. Test everything. Some strategies will work better for some channels, whilst it won't work for some channels at all. Always review the data YouTube gives you and then test again. Thumbnails are a topic that come up time and time again, so to help you with that, we've put together both a playlist on our channel and a dedicated vidIQ Academy course. Links to both are in the video description of this live stream. We always appreciate it when you click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you know when we next go live. And do us a favour, folks, if you do find this live stream useful, share it with at least one other video creator who you think could benefit from our advice. Are you ready? Let's do this. And the final bits of housekeeping before we jump into today's live stream. I will apologise in advance if there are any technical issues this week. I'm trying out a new camera. It's a Sony ZV-1 vlogging camera, and so that is now my webcam. If it turns off like half an hour in, I apologise and I'll switch over. But this is the first time I'm live streaming with it, so fingers crossed all works. And do let me know in the comments if this looks any better than usual. The second thing is, as always, we continue to support the COVID Solidarity Response Fund with our super chats. So any money that you do donate through that goes directly to them. Thank you very much for that. We've already got one submission here from Kiwi, which is $5 to that great cause. So thank you very much for that. And finally, as always, even if your channel doesn't get audited, this live stream should be really valuable for you because a lot of the things that a lot of creators do apply to all channels. So try and look objectively at the channels we're auditing and then take that those suggestions and advice, apply it to your channel and see where you can improve there. With all of that being said, Travis and Dan, can you see my screen so that we can start some channel auditing?
Yes.
Then let's do this. The first channel we're going to audit, as always, is the first channel that's submitted through our submission form yesterday when the live stream went public. That channel is called Splash. And Travis, I'm going to let you kick off with trying to explain what you think this channel is about and where they think they could maybe make some improvements.
Obviously, this channel is about subscribing. That's what
Seems to be, yeah. I'd agree with that. Subscribing in a swimming pool, maybe, or down a water slide.
Yeah, I mean, subscribe when you're in water, I suppose. But then we look down and we see just a little bit of everything. An Apple Pencil in the future, 2021. He's already into 2021. Tell us how it is. We're pretty much tired of 2020. If you can help us figure out if 2020 is going to be better, that'd be great. Some memes, some pumpkin stuff, some splat, just a little bit of everything. And I think, and then of course, helpful math tips, because why not? I think. Well, look, a lot of these are shorts, except for they're not in vertical video. I would totally.
Yeah, I don't think they are, Travis, because I want to check that. But looking at that clip there, and I think another clip there, those are landscapes, so they wouldn't be considered shorts. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they shot in portrait, it might actually get a little bit, a couple more views. Actually, there's an actual shorts video there with the beautiful.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, we can tell this when we look at the thumbnail, because you'll have this like defocused letterboxing border that usually tells us that the video is recorded in vertical, and that's how it looks like as a thumbnail.
Yep. So if you're not really sure what kind of things you want to do, shorts is probably one of the only situations on YouTube where you could just do some kind of randomish stuff and probably get away with it, because shorts we're still trying to figure out exactly like how shorts is being promoted, but it appears that like you don't necessarily have to stay within a niche in shorts, as long as you have something kind of interesting for people to watch. And when it's really kind of new, YouTube is experimenting in a lot of ways. So maybe changing some of your content to that, since you have so much short content, looking for that. Maybe.
All right then, Dan, have you got anything maybe to add for this channel?
I mean, if the strategy right now is just to kind of have fun on YouTube and whatever's on my mind, I'm going to make a video, I would definitely switch your videos to being vertical, keep doing these videos that are less than a minute, and kind of take advantage of shorts. You would still need some good titles, like channel update, for example, isn't going to probably get people to click, but you want to pay attention to your titles more than anything with shorts. While you're experimenting, while you're learning how to become a video creator, though, that is definitely a new route you can take. Otherwise, my advice would be the general advice of like, I would like to see a channel focus. It looks like sometimes you're doing like sports kind of reviews, or you're covering different sporting events, then you're playing games, and it's just kind of hard to wrap my head around what I'm going to get if I subscribe to the channel.
Now, one thing I will say about this channel is that something that may tie all of this together eventually as the channel grows and builds a community is that they're clearly trying to portray a persona or a character that we can see in the thumbnails, wherein I don't think it's your actual beard, because that'd be impressive, because you look relatively young, so I'm going to guess that's a fake beard. But I think maybe having this character is a good sign that everything that you do is going to be tied into this persona. The problem is that right now with 41 subscribers, it's just difficult for people to care about this character. But I think that is one strength that you may potentially have going down the road. So do keep up that character if he is central to your core video content. So that is Splash, the first channel that we've audited this week. The next channel we're going to audit is the first gaming channel that's submitted this week, and it is called the Gamer Shed. And Dan, I'm going to let you pick this one off with probably some really simple advice to begin with, but let me know what you think.
Well, so the banner, it gets me kind of excited because I think it's nice and simple. Gaming news. I don't know what OSTS means.
I think it's official soundtracks.
Official soundtracks. Okay. It gets me excited because I think it looks modern and nice, but it also that if it's official soundtracks, it's going to be a bit tough, I think, because gaming is one thing. If it's gaming news, that could be a niche. But if it's gaming and then random news and then random soundtracks, we got a problem. So niching down and perhaps just doing one of those things might be a good bet. As we scroll down, we're
you ready for this?
Forever
It's like
ever.
Inception.
Interesting. So I'm noticing the title, the thumbnail, those are mostly the same, except for the very end of the title. It's always truncated, and that's where I guess the song changes, and that's why the video length is different, because each one of these, I guess, is a song.
Yeah, I would certainly say this is probably the official soundtrack to Remothered, whatever that game is.
Yes. Now, my question is, assuming Remothered is a game that you did not create, how do the developers of that game feel about you re-uploading their soundtrack to YouTube?
Yep.
Because that's going to be some terms of service violations right there. And then we finally see a week ago, it looks like you did something about Amnesia Rebirth. We got Mario. Now so here's the news part. Now we're talking about Trump and Biden, so that means we're just covering general news. So yes, there are some glaring issues and some general advice. Niche down. Be the soundtrack person, which I wouldn't recommend given the way you're going about it. Be the gaming person, or be the gaming news person, but don't just cover random news. These are all different channels what you're creating, and it's going to be really hard for you to rank one channel for all these very broad subjects.
Yeah, the first 3 videos here did show some promise. I'm not entirely sure what these are, other than like there's some compilation stuff here. I don't know if that's some, maybe looks like some gameplay that's been clipped from somewhere, and then an instrumental. But since then, the channel's been hovering around 100 views or less. And then the original soundtrack, which, as you say, a creator ultimately can't benefit or profit from this in any way, shape, or form anyway. So why you would want to do this, other than just views, all right, but ultimately you're not going to be able to make a business out of it. So let's give a content creator a bit of slack in that they've been on YouTube for 2 months and they're just still trying to find their way through this journey. But we're kind of maybe telling you what you probably shouldn't be doing here, which is relying on other people's content and products and creating original content going forward, whatever that may be. But I mean, with TikTok compilations as well, it looks to be repurposed content from somewhere else. Do you have permission? You're probably going to hit copyright issues down the road. That's stuff to be aware of for your channel. I think we'll move on then with that advice, and we'll go to our Twitter Photoshop battle competition, which, Travis, featured you this week. So if you could just kindly give us a bit of a running commentary of the pictures that were submitted this week and how you found them and maybe who won it.
Yeah, there were some good ones. I like SpongeBob. I got a lot of sub for sub.
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting.
Nice little reference here to our gaming adventures there. I like the hairstyle there for me. Thank you very much. Dan, I think you're forever going to be... that picture there of you in VR is just going to be used everywhere and anywhere, isn't it?
I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
PewDiePie, of course. I like some PewDiePie. Some savage stuff with a nice hairdo.
I like this one, but it doesn't actually use the image that you were supposed to use for the...
But it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I like this because I do love Subway. Nothing wrong with that.
And so here we are. Here we have the winner.
So I chose this one because this person actually paid attention to what my personal channel is about and what's going on right now. And it's just kind of like almost a real thumbnail I would use. If there were some really like truly hilarious thumbnails, I might have chosen other ones. But just as a general kind of like, oh, okay, this person's actually paying attention. I like it. We'll go ahead and select this one.
So Alex Miller, you are now hired as Travis's official thumbnail creator.
Let's see what his thumbnails are.
I would suggest $75 an hour because
a minute.
Travis / alter ego are made of cash. Anyway, let's look at the channel, which is called Time for Jam. Nice. That's you, James Alex Miller. And yeah, Travis, let's lead off with you here. What do you think of this one?
All right, let's see. Time for jam.
Sorry, I like this one. Sorry, just I like your honesty there. Nice.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I make vlogs, roller coasters, skateboarding adventures. Okay, all right. I'm trying to think. So roller coasters and adventures, I could see. Skateboarding and roller coasters, maybe. But I don't know. I'm trying to understand like the actual kind of umbrella that they're all under. But okay, let's take a look. So we have some state fair stuff. You have dyeing your hair. You have BLM. You have Haystacks Rock Adventure. You got Smallest Park in Portland. They're all fairly consistent in views, which is interesting. Ironically, the hair one has a lot more views than
I know. So
the other stuff was interesting. What else? Scared of Upside Down Roller Coaster, which did really well. More skating. Okay, cool. Thumbnail style is pretty interesting. Some of these are better than others as far as thumbnails go. Like I like the strep throat, the fire coming out. Like what a cool little idea for the thumbnail there. Yeah, I mean, definitely I think the one thing that I would struggle with on this channel personally is try to figure out what is the superpower. What is your channel superpower? Is it, going to parks? Is it going to, living in your car? I mean, what exactly is your superpower? Is it the roller coaster? Because here's the thing: there are channels that just do like roller coaster reviews. Like that's all they do.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this little run here, Travis, where they were just doing roller coasters for maybe like a series of videos up until there, there was like a nice momentum building with the channel. So I'm wondering if this value proposition is a little outdated, because I'm not seeing as much roller coaster stuff anymore. Like once or twice, but
well, I think it's hard to get on roller coasters nowadays, right now. But
well, that is true. Yeah, I'm not thinking about that. Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I think what it is just trying to understand what the concept of the channel is now. And at one point it was definitely roller coaster centric, and you can see that some of the views reflect that. But now not so much, obviously, because you can't really go and do these things. What is the focus of the channel? If I subscribe now, what am I going to get? As you can see here, people were subscribing a lot, likely for these larger videos for the roller coaster stuff.
Mm-hmm. I will quickly say, I like you, Travis. I think some thumbnails work better than others. The ones that really stick out for me is when you use the text super effectively, where the text color really contrasts well with the thumbnail itself, just like that one as an example. And I think that like this one here is really striking for me. I love the way you've used the thumbnail. Yeah. To use a space in a thumbnail. I mean, I know, Dan, you often talk about negative space, and there would be negative space in this sky, but it's filled it with some really useful text that doesn't just copy the title. So I think that's a good example for all creators there looking at that. Dan, any just extra thoughts from you here on this one?
I know I have a little bit of background on this channel because once we picked them, they gave us a message in I think Twitter that Dan H pointed to, and he basically said, you guys have kind of touched on all of it without reading the message, but essentially, like, I had some success back in the day with this roller coaster content, but it's not something I can continue doing. So I'm just in like a creative depression, if you will. I don't know where to go from here. I got my subscribers and my views from these videos. Yeah, and this is a channel, this is a problem we've seen a lot, a very relatable problem. Now what do? I like doing YouTube, but I can't, or I don't want to do the thing that was making me successful.
Well, you know what I would do? I would combine what is real right now with what your passion is, which I believe, just based on some of the stuff, is kind of like an action adventure. So I would kind of, at least for the foreseeable future, because I thought this thing was going to be over a couple months ago, but obviously that's not the case. How about adventures in quarantine? Like, is your new kind of umbrella, where what would normally be kind of boring, you find out ways to make it interesting. Grocery shopping in an amazing way in quarantine. Just something that takes something that seems not interesting and then make it interesting. It literally could be as simple as, if you have the ability, like Amazon grocery shop, or you can even just grocery shop. I'm just going to shop on Amazon with my eyes closed and click 3 things and order them and then see what it is when it comes, or something like that. Or
do your shopping only sat in a trolley? That might be
something. I mean, just take the ordinary and make it like extraordinary, and let's see what happens. You never know. Nice.
Okay, some good suggestions there. So we appreciate the struggle you have. I mean, for some creators, COVID has been like a bit of a blessing, in that people are all at home watching YouTube to find out how to do things. But for others, especially travel vloggers and people like yourselves, it's so challenging right now, and we do appreciate the challenge that you have. And I think Travis's ideas are certainly good in that way, to trying to turn this current predicament into something unique and positive, and we wish you the best of luck with that. So that is time for Jam there, and we'll now move on to the next channel, which is MW Cars. They have just cracked 2,000 subscribers. They do reviews, unboxing and racing, and from the channel banner, I think these are all toy model cars. That's what I'm going with, just from there. Then looking at the thumbnails, it looks as if we have some Hot Wheels stuff, which confirms my suspicions. And who picked this one? Was it a Dan or a Travis one?
It was me.
Go ahead, Dan. So why did you pick this one? What do you think?
Yeah, so they said they did. They had a channel about diecasts, which are basically model cars. Yeah. So you nailed it with the banner. And what I'm noticing is a lot more Hot Wheels than anything else. Maybe a Hot Wheels is technically diecast. I don't really know the definition, to be honest. But what it prompted me to do was two things. One, if you look at their About section, which is filled out, they're a pretty new channel. So they've done a lot in a short amount of time.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Nice work to get to nearly 100,000 subscribers. And you're probably close to monetization now, which is good to see.
Yeah, so I noticed that. And then the other thing I did is I started to look around YouTube for, well, what are other diecast channels doing? And one thing that stood out more than anything were these thumbnails that were just so striking, because there was no text, almost no negative space, and it's just cars.
Look at that one. That is beautiful.
Really cool.
That is a super nice one.
Yeah, you could convince me that was a real car if the hand wasn't in there.
So I guess that's going to be done through having maybe a fancy camera that has maybe like a bit of a macro lens effect on it and some better lighting maybe here. Because I'm looking at these thumbnails and I'm thinking these are very 2012, 2013, where people didn't quite yet understand the importance of thumbnails. Don't get me wrong, like there's not much text and you're doing close-ups of the models, which is fine, but they're lacking a little punch, a little sharpness, like a good lighting on them.
I agree, and the logo is pretty distracting.
Yeah, good point.
I would keep that as your channel's avatar and try not to use it in your thumbnails. I don't think it's necessarily helping. But yes, if you can get nice close-up photos of these cars, make people question, is that a real car or is that a Hot Wheels? Like, if you can get a photo that nice, people are going to click. Otherwise, okay, look at these. Yeah,
just at the beginning of the channel's journey, it looks like they wanted to experiment with some relaxing music, and then they decided, no, I'm just going to do toy model cars.
Interesting. So, I'll admit, I did not scroll down this far. I wonder if this is where the subscribers came from.
Yes, I did want to sort by most popular to see why they got 2,000 subscribers. But no, it does seem to be the car stuff mostly. I'm assuming that's maybe not your child. It's just music for babies. But I think regardless of these videos that did well, they've certainly moved away from the music relaxation stuff, and are certainly full on with model cars right now. I'll give the last word to Travis here, and then we'll move on to the next channel.
Yeah, I like it. I like the idea behind it. There's definitely a fan base for this, but the thumbnails do need work. Also, I noticed that their latest video looks to be what's supposed to be a shorts. Did they put hashtag shorts in the title?
Yeah.
Because it'll be interesting to see if that takes off. I think that would be a really cool kind of an idea. I do notice that one of them says short instead of shorts. I wonder if that keeps it from being in the shorts. As
far as I'm aware, that makes absolutely no difference. That's what YouTube said in a workshop.
You can say short or shorts?
I mean, they said in like their creator blog that you should include hashtag shorts, and then in a workshop they said that it's not required. So which is confusing, and the fact that videos from years ago are appearing on shorts seems to support that as well. But I mean, by all means, experiment. We're not telling you not to do it, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't make any difference. So yeah, that is MW Shorts, and I just wanted to quickly tell you that if you see these percentage marks, you're wondering what on earth are these? Well, these are likes to dislikes ratios, just telling you that this video here was polarizing. It got 3 likes but 2 dislikes. Maybe you're wondering why that is. Probably best to look at one with a few more views here. This one here has got like 17 likes and 1 dislike. So popular with its audience. You also see at the top here that we can see how our channel is performing right now with views per hour, subscribers, that type of thing. This is vidIQ's live stats. And this is all through the vidIQ software, Chrome extension that you can download at your leisure, as they say in America, or leisure anywhere else. It is a free download, but if you want to take advantage of all our tools, I think Dan H, if it's not already there, can you please just pin the comment in the live stream? Whoops, that's a wrong link. Let me go back. I pressed the wrong button there. Let's go back. Yeah, if you check in the live stream chat and in the description, you can get 30-day boost access. So everything that vidIQ has, including the YouTube vidIQ Academy, for the next 30 days for free. So do check out the links in the description for that or in the pinned comment. We'll move on to the next channel now, which comes from Dan, our Discord channel. So please do sell us on Discord before we look at the next channel and why they got selected to be a channel to be audited.
Yeah, absolutely, and it does relate to the the image on screen now, which is our thumbnails room in that Discord. This is just one of many rooms you can be in to get some extra advice. As you can see, a conversation recently was people just kind of going back and forth. Here's my latest thumbnail, and people going, hey, that's great. Hey, here's some suggestions. This is happening all day, every day, and there's other channels as well. Channels where people talk about maybe their SEO and different tactics they can use to improve their searchability. Just talking YouTube in general. It's not a place for self-promotion. It's a place for creators to meet with other creators and share ideas and exchange some thoughts.
A lot of it is essentially the extension of what we do for 2 hours here, isn't it, Dan? You know, we're able to do this for a little while, but we can't do it all of the time. So, and from what you guys learn from this live stream, you can take it into the Discord discussion. And as you say, it's 24/7. If you need some like advice on a thumbnail or like audience retention, then do check out the Discord. And people who do that, Dan H and Dan C, you keep an eye on this, and people you think who are making a positive contribution to that community will audit their channels. And this is one example, TechItEasy, who is going to be audited here. And although, Dan, maybe you picked this channel, it has to be one that Travis has to take a look at, considering it's a tech channel. So we'll let you loose on this one first, Travis. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it so far. I see the wearables going on there, a couple of watches back to back to back, which is good. Good views there. Really good views, actually, especially one that's only 2 days old to get 40.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, that's a big, almost like a breakthrough video there for that.
It really is. And you know what I think it is? I think why maybe is the Galaxy Fit 2. There's certain products that get a lot of people to do reviews, so it's kind of like there's a lot of people to choose from. But that's one of those devices that you don't see a lot of the larger creators do any kind of review on. So it's kind of a nice little way to slip in there and get some good views. There's just a lot of really good views on this channel. It's really kind of cool over the last 3 weeks. Looks like they've done some good stuff. And the tips and tricks videos will do well for them for a long time. The thumbnail style is pretty good. They're trying all different types of tech, which is interesting because I know when I started out, I was kind of similar-ish. You'll probably end up finding out that over time, YouTube figure out a way to
look at that thumbnail.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And some good views on it too. YouTube tends to kind of squeeze you a little bit when it comes to like the type of products. And my guess is just looking at this, there's going to be a lot of smartwatch stuff, because as this stuff continues to grow, some of these smartwatch videos, 97,000 views, 32,000 views, are really, really good. And it's going to start squeezing you into that, because more people who watch that content that subscribe to your channel will be interested in seeing more smartwatch content. So just something to consider, but it looks like you're doing a good job with it. I'm very impressed.
I've rarely seen a tech channel that's covered so many different things, like, you know, monitor here, keyboard there, whatever they are, headphones, watch, and like retain the view counts.
Really
I mean, to begin with, it's really successful.
Yeah.
The question I wanted to ask you right at the top here, Travis, is do you think this is a tech channel, or do you think it's actually a wearables channel? Well, when I go to the bottom, I think no. When I go to the top, I think, yeah, those are kind of the better performing videos. But then I see this one here with 6,000 views. So yeah, I just wanted your thoughts.
What's going to happen is, it's been my experience through my own channel and other channels, that for whatever reason, you can get away with a much large, maybe because the views that you consider success are not as large when you're larger. That when you're smaller, you can kind of do more wide varying stuff, because through search, you'll get some views that seem impressive. Yet as you get larger, in order to get those kind of larger views, as you get larger, you have to kind of get more niche down a little bit. This will end up being, if he wants to continue to have really good views, a wearables channel for sure. But he's had some great success with all different types of products. So
yeah, a couple of things I would add is that you're using the logo, and I think it's used appropriately. Just a nice little logo in the bottom left-hand corner on most of these. I think that's absolutely fine. I don't know why you seem to be using these thumbnails when we're talking about text. They just don't look anywhere near as good, personally speaking, compared to these beautiful shots here of the watches and things. So I would like to see less of them. Personal opinion, of course. What was the last thing I was going to say? When you use text, I think in these top ones here, I think there are good examples of using text effectively. I've also noticed that you're doing a bit of community content, like my first paycheck from YouTube, and I think there was another one here of like a subscriber milestone. And I've noticed both of those videos tanked. If you're fine with that and you're just doing it as a community video, which maybe might go viral, because sometimes these do, with like how much I earned for my first YouTube paycheck, fine. Just be aware that they're not really working for your audience. Final words here from Dan.
Well, you guys covered pretty much everything I could possibly say, but I will say that just going back to the Discord plug, this is the caliber of channel. This is a high caliber channel for a Discord full of channels of all shapes and sizes. So if this person's going out of their way to give advice to people, just appreciate that we have a community that is going out of their way to do that. So thank you for being a part of this community, and obviously you've been noticed by us, which is great. So our community manager is picking people out who are just super helpful and awesome community members.
Let's move on to the next channel that we're going to audit then, and it is DZ Studios. Right off the bat, I can tell that this is going to be a Lego channel. What type of Lego channel is it?
It's a very interesting Lego channel.
Oh, go on. Tell us why then, Dan.
Well, they are covering, big sets of Legos, but every now and again we get one of these history of Disney videos or something to that effect.
Yeah, I saw that as well. But the view count is like it's managed to hold the view count, which is odd.
Yeah, and we also have a Parkitect video, which is a video game, it's not Legos. So every now and again we break away from what is the obvious niche here in the channel. So that was going to be my first bit of advice when this one popped up. I think that's just the obvious, having a channel about Disney and Disney attractions, that's a different channel. That's a totally different YouTube journey.
Mm-hmm.
Fort Wilderness Resort. And it looks like you go in depth on these resorts too. It's actually pretty interesting. But a Lego channel is not the place for that. Additionally, some of your thumbnails, while I can tell if I look carefully, if I sit down and stare at them carefully, there is something really, really cool in them. But I think you're trying to make a hero image that's just too big.
Agreed.
You should pick one element and make that the hero of the thumbnail, because it's too many colors, it's too many things, and if people are scrolling through Lego sets on YouTube, their eyes are just going to naturally skip that one. Yeah,
you need something to for your eyes to lock on. I mean, even though this one is technically less colourful and punchy than that one, there is something, you're drawn to Baby Yoda and you're drawn to the ship, whereas on this one, there's so many colours in this thumbnail that it's difficult for your eyes to lock on anything. I like the channel is trying to do updates, and like the October 2021 update, that's good. I think obviously with The Mandalorian being released next week, I think the new season, you're trying to cover Lego that's associated with that, so excellent stuff there. And I think given the size of your channel, 400 subscribers, I mean the view counts are really healthy and consistent. I'd say there's good momentum there, and so just tweaks here and there, Dan and I would suggest, and we'll leave final words here for Travis if you've spotted anything.
Yeah, I think you guys covered it pretty well. Legos, though, you have to know it's a pretty competitive niche.
It is,
YouTube.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to keep an eye on what's working, what type of thumbnail style is working, and what type of content is working, and always be on top of it. And when new stuff comes out, try to be first if you can.
Absolutely, yeah. And folks, if you didn't realize, I'm a bit of a Lego nut these days, so make sure to follow us on Instagram, where I'm posting all of my Lego builds as and when I make them. Maybe I should do my own channel for that. But right now we're auditing channels, and the next one we're going to move on to is the Windy Burrow Silent Hiking, Slow Living, Cinematic Vlogs. You have 200 subscribers, and let's take a look at what we're looking at here. So I'm just going to give you my opinion as like I look at it for the first 5 or 10 seconds. I'm trying to work out if this is a channel which has music or is some relaxation type of content. I feel as if I'm being a little tricked by the thumbnails. Is anyone else getting that sense as well, or is it just me?
I get that sense, definitely.
What, that there's music in it?
These are kind of like relaxation videos with music behind them. I'm just getting that vibe from the thumbnails, although that might not be the case. But
yeah, it's a great channel with some really nice visual eye candy. But I guess then I'm wondering, like, well, what's the end goal here? Like, if you were to sell this as B-roll, that's great. Like, if this is content you own and you're using it as maybe even, like, I don't know, maybe you're a photographer or a videographer and you want to go, hey, we sell this as B-roll for people who want to be able to use this in their videos. That's awesome. And maybe you just want some relaxation, something relaxing to watch. The funny thing is when you see these kind of relaxing videos on YouTube, they're very long. I actually did a call in to a class at UCLA last night where I talked about YouTube. And I asked some of the people.
We got Professor Travis in the house now. Have we?
Yes, people need me for things. Anyway, yeah.
How many letters do you have after your name now, Travis?
I'm going to put SAVAG.
Well played.
Dr. Savage. So one of the things that I asked about, and what I said, what do you watch on YouTube? A lot of people said, well, I'll put it in the background either to sleep to or something like that. And those the people who chose relaxation things said they did it when they were going to go to sleep, which means 4 to 6 minutes is not going to be enough, especially if you have music behind it. So
yeah, the thing is, I don't think there's specifically that type of video. I think there's a strong visual element as well.
Yeah,
I think that's where the difference is. So I think that's where we're having this, a little conflicting conversation here. Is like, what is this channel?
Right.
What is its aim for the viewer? Which we don't. I think maybe it's something a little different and new, which is why we're struggling a bit.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. I've watched some of the content. It looks beautiful. It is really some great looking stuff. But I think the weird thing about it is it's almost like watching a nature program without necessarily a focus on something else. It's a lot of B-roll strung together. And B-roll is most powerful when it's helping to move a story along. So I don't know.
I'm just going to click on one of these videos. I just want to know if there's any commentary that goes on, or it is music intertwined with video. So let's just take a very quick look. I'll put the volume down here if I can, and hopefully my internet keeps up with me. Dan, if you have anything to add, please do so. Well, my internet, okay.
Oh, we have a drone.
So we've got a drone, and then it switches to another shot. This is like a bit of ASMR going on here with sounds of nature.
See, it looks like it's keying up to be like a travel video, and they're gonna
now some music.
Now, they're gonna start a vlog about their hike.
So there's no commentary at all. I think it's all, like it's a musical journey through their nature walk. So it is actually something quite different. It feels. What I feel is that it's going to take time to build momentum for this channel. And it has 200 subscribers, and each of the videos has like a similar views to subscribers, which is good. But when is this ever going to reach a larger audience? I think YouTube may struggle a little bit for a while to know who to share this with. And again, that's not necessarily a criticism. I think
nothing wrong with it. Maybe there's a niche. I mean, it could also be a niche we're just not aware of that people really enjoy. The visuals are beautiful. Like I watched one or two, and I'm like, wow, this is just beautiful stuff. I'm just trying to put in my mind, like, where would my frame of mind be as a viewer where I would want to watch? Would I ever binge it, or would I just watch one thing as like a palate cleanser after watching like a David Dobrik video or something? Like, well, I'm just trying to understand in my mind how it would work. But I think it's great from a visual standpoint. Amazing stuff.
And let me just read out one of the titles here. It's Hello October, Autumn Vibes Cinematic Video, and then Fujifilm X-T3 plus Canon EOS M50 plus DJI Mavic Mini. So they're trying to drop in some keyword search intent there, but I just don't think it's really going to work unless you. I mean, it might be better if it's like if you put a day out in nature shot on the whatever it is. That might be more enticing as a title, maybe. But again, I welcome other thoughts here.
When I see the titles, I get the sense that this is somebody who is, a filmographer by trade, and this is like this YouTube channel could almost act as a portfolio to the caliber of work that they can do. Yes. And that may not be the direction you're going, but maybe that's exactly what you're doing. Maybe you just enjoy putting these out there, and you're doing work outside of YouTube that this is just kind of a bonus. So it really depends on your approach here. But I agree with everything that's been said. I think we're just kind of missing, I guess, who this is for. Yeah,
one last bit of suggestion for the thumbnails is the pictures and images themselves, I think, speak enough that you don't need the text. But if you're going to put text in, there are some really cool 3D looking text and kind of ways of like blending it in. Like you'll see sometimes Peter McKinnon do it. If you're going to put text in, make it as cool as the rest of your image.
It has that transparency effect, doesn't it? It's almost like an overlay, or you put it in one of the corners maybe. Right. I think the final thing I would say is that this one here, chasing an elusive sunset on the route of the ridges. I think, again, if you were a large channel with tens of thousands of subscribers and people already new and really did your content, I think that titling would be fine. But as a smaller channel, as we often preach, you have to have a bit more search intent because you need to get your content discovered. So that is also something to figure out. But I think content-wise, the videos themselves are probably absolutely spot on. I think we've just had a big discussion here about maybe how you need to pitch this to a YouTube audience as opposed to, as Danny was saying, maybe like creating a portfolio of content. Good discussion though. Interesting stuff there. We'll move on to the next channel, which is the Bro Pair. All right, then. What have we got here on this channel? Travis, I'll let you lead.
Yeah, I had to look up what was going on here. So it's an all-pair channel, and I had to look at what all-pair was.
So that's a nanny, right?
Kind of, yeah. But it can be, and of course, bro pair, so the male version of that. It's a cool idea. So it's all-pair videos, like mainly for people that are all pairs themselves, giving advice and stuff, which I think is great. I mean, it's going to be serving people who definitely need some information, which is awesome. And then sometimes he kind of goes off and does other more randomish type stuff. I think sometimes those are just maybe kind of for himself, the two for them, one for me type video thing where, it's just to keep yourself interested, which is fine. But I think I love the idea of giving advice for all pairs and letting them know, hey, I watched part of a video where it's like, well, what do you want to, what happens if, and the editing was so cool. And like, it was really well done. Like, what would you do if your company tells you, hey, do you want to re-sign with your host family or whatever? And I thought that was really cool. And the way he did it with like the text coming up from like his phone and stuff, it was really well done. So there's a lot of really great quality here. And I think what'll happen is if you continue to do it, YouTube will find the right people. You just need to keep sticking with it and make sure that you're really doubling down on that.
Yeah, this channel's been going for quite a while now, 2 to 3 years, and not that much content. We're probably still at 50 videos or less. I just did a Control F to find how many times au pair was in a title. I'm wondering if making sure that was in the title, it had a bit of a better performance. I think on average, the videos seem to perform a little better when that is in a title, so you stick into topic. But that's a very quick sample size of what I'm looking at here. Any thoughts from you, Dan, for the bro pair before we move on?
It's interesting that, some of the titles don't have that phrase, which is, it makes sense in the second to last video, online school tips. It seems very, very valuable, but it does leave the topic. And it's kind of, man, it sucks because I bet you this person knows exactly what to say based on their profession. And it's not showing up because that is not in the title.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what do you think about thumbnails? I think we'll have a final discussion here. I get the sense that the creator is making a thumbnail from scratch every single time, so there's a bit of lack in consistency. Sometimes the text works better than other occasions. I like this idea of like almost they're following the theme of when who does this? Is it The Verge? Who does it when they ask the internet questions to a celebrity?
Who does that?
But I like when you're following like another creator's theme on that. But yeah, there's a lack of consistency. Even though individually some of these thumbnails are really good, they kind of don't follow a theme. So I was wondering if you could be maybe a bit more consistent with your thumbnails.
I agree.
We'll move on to the next channel then, which is going to be The Answerer. New videos every other day. Wow, there's a 1 second video here. Somebody following my my trend here with that. Well, 1 second of somebody shooting. Okay. That's interesting.
Got 70 views. I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I wonder what the audience retention is like on that. Is it the same as mine?
It's just a picture.
So the one thing I was going to say here for this channel is if you're the answerer, then surely all of the titles of your video should be questions. And that would kind of fit the theme of like, there's a question here that you the common question that's asked by everyone, and this is the answer I'm going to give. And I don't get that sense. It still feels maybe like factual content, but I'm not so sure. That was my thoughts. Any extra thoughts from you guys?
I'm noticing they're not keeping to their schedule. I see 2 videos from 5 days ago, then one from 4 days ago, and then nothing. And I also think that if you're going to do a channel like this, you need to be uploading as often as possible, answering questions that are pressing and very, very immediate. Otherwise, you're going to need to niche down, I think, quite a bit more in answering questions that are more specific to a very specific topic.
Yeah, I felt that as well. Final word from you, Travis, on this one.
Yeah, I try not to put schedule promises on YouTube channels, especially if it's not like their full-time job. And even if it is, I kind of try to avoid that just for this very reason. But yeah, I mean, I think if you want to keep it more consistent, just doing shorts should be easy enough. Because if you're doing like, 30, 45-second videos, you absolutely should be able to do one every couple of days.
Yeah.
So maybe sticking with that until you really feel consistent and able to do longer videos.
All right then, folks. Are you getting value from this channel audit? Do let us know with a thumbs up or a comment or an emoji or something in the chat. We want to offer you some more, though, from vidIQ because we have the vidIQ rewards. If you sign up to vidIQ, you get stuff for free and discounts. For example, if I show the right one, so if we go to the basic here, these are all of the things you get as a basic user, which might be free licensed music or discounts from Rev, or I think we give you a free trial on Epidemic Sound and a free sound effects. All of these awesome things that you can use for your creative journey. And one of the things that we offer you as part of our free offering here is the vidIQ Academy. So if you just sign up for vidIQ, even if you don't use the code that we've been promoting here in the channel audit live stream, you get access to free courses, which includes how to set up your YouTube space from Sydney here. Really valuable. I think that's changing soon, and we're going to have a big announcement on the Academy next month. But yeah, make sure to check out vidIQ rewards and the courses here that we have at vidIQ. Those are the 2 free ones right now, but we have all of these available as well, which I think you'll be able to get access to if you use the free code in the sign-up process right now, which is in the video description. So make sure to check that out as well. And that is my final plug of the first hour here of a channel audit live stream. So we'll move on to the next channel that we're going to audit, and this is The One Good Thing. Now, the only exciting thing that I looked at here was the way these thumbnails were set up. And in Instagram sometimes when I post multiple pictures, which when you go to the gallery, it creates like a mosaic of something. I'm wondering now if somebody's going to create loads of videos with thumbnails that maybe like tell a story. Because like the Sparrow story, random injuries drama. I know those are all separate videos, but that's just kind of what got me thinking there. Something completely unrelated and random. So let's ask Dan what you think of the actual channel.
So I'm sensing in animation channel minus the latest video. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that has to do with the animation.
That certainly doesn't look like I'm an animation, does it? When I mouse
anything over. Like belongs on this channel. So strange.
I mean, maybe they leveled up. Maybe it is animation.
Looks incredible animation.
Yeah, it would be. Wow, that's like some endgame CGI there. Whew.
What do the other ones look like when you mouse over them? Okay, so kind of
just
what you'd
simple
expect.
animations.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing for this channel is going to need to be actually titling more than anything. Injuries is just one word titles like that. I don't think you're quite at that level yet. Mm-hmm. Even some of the biggest YouTubers we've seen on the platform don't often go with one word titles. So you're going to, I think, have much better luck if you relate your animations to something going on in the world, pop culture, big news stories, something to that effect. It's going to need to be. It's tough. Animation channels are just a really tough nut to crack, but it's going to need to be something that could get found in search, and it's a great opportunity to jump on a trend.
Travis, do you think this is a channel that got bored of making animations which take so long on YouTube, and now they've gone into a woodwork channel for the last month?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, the videos are few and far in between. They might make something completely different the next video. Like, I don't know. Obviously, everyone who's subscribed for any of the animation stuff is probably not going to watch the Kunai out of wood video. They probably, when it comes up on their suggestions, wouldn't even realize it's from this same channel. They're probably like, oh, I don't know what this is. Mm-hmm. So I think you need to figure out what it is you want to do. That's such a pivot. Like, it's such a hard pivot that it's kind of strange. It almost is like someone got your password and uploaded a video.
Well, actually, I think in the form submission they did say animation and woodwork, and so like I was intrigued to find out what that meant when I clicked on the channel. And yep, there it is. There's one woodwork video.
Yeah, no. I would pick a lane.
Pick a lane and try and stick to it a little bit. Maybe you could woodcraft a lane.
Sure.
That's going to help you out there. The one good thing there, that is your channel. We'll move on to the next one. I think this is the last pre-selected one. It is, this is Casey Green. Now, I'm trying to at least look at one channel every single week, which we've previously visited. And I remember we looked at this Tesla channel, which was just growing nicely. And I remember saying that whenever you include these must be like the software update numbers for the Tesla, the videos seem to perform better. And I was suggesting maybe you should carry on doing that. And it looks like you pretty much ignored what I said and instead started to do YouTube Shorts, which is interesting because we have one YouTube Shorts here with 500,000 views. It's like, oh, wow, amazing. Okay, great. And again, so we ask the question here, as well as making viral videos that aren't necessarily your topic and it goes viral, what type of channel are you? If you start to make YouTube Shorts and those YouTube Shorts start to do well, what type of channel are you? Are you now a Shorts channel? And that's a question that's going to be really challenging for people to answer, which is why I'm saying test Shorts. Don't necessarily go all in, or maybe create a second channel to test that.
I think the biggest thing you look at when you look at like, okay, what happens with the Shorts is you look at someone really smart like Mr. Beast, who just straight up said, I'm just going to make a Shorts channel.
Now, I will argue that he can do that because he has a huge audience,
but
he can bring over millions of subscribers to kickstart it.
Yeah, but my point is, I think what he's looking at is long tail. In other words, he's not looking at can he make them get tons of views. That's not even an issue for him. But it's more about, does this make sense for me to put it on my main channel, or does it make sense to just have another channel dedicated to this? And I believe just knowing some of the background of how analytical he is and his team is, that wasn't like a light thing. They were like, look, just put it on another channel. We do want to be in that space, but we don't want to conflate it with our main content. Yeah.
So this is one of his channels which tried Shorts for, let's say like a couple of weeks, and they were getting views. What does that mean? Again, we still don't know because they don't necessarily contribute towards monetization. You can't monetize Shorts right now. Then in the last week, they've gone back to, I think, regular content. Here's one with a software update number thing in it, and it gets 600 views, which is, I think, healthy for a channel of 1,000 subscribers. And then all of these other videos, which I think are maybe like a little bit of a road trip, and those videos perform less well. So there we are. It's just more data and the signals telling you maybe the route that you should go down with your regular content. Those are my thoughts, but anything else from either of you two?
I'm looking at this thumbnail in the middle, Model X Falcon door logo decal kit. The biggest issue with that is the thumbnail should have just been what's in that circle there.
Yeah. We don't need you with a thumbs up there, sir. I think. Let's see the decal or decal.
Yeah, I think when you're, because that could be something that Tesla owners would like to get their hands on, and it's not. They're gonna skip over that one. They're not even gonna see that when they're looking for that kit. So I would just keep that in mind. Keep in mind your audience, who the video is for, and try to make sure that they know without a shadow of a doubt what the value is in that thumbnail. What am I going to get out of this video? Oh, it's clear they're going to show me this kit that I'm actually looking at right now.
All right then, that is Casey Green. We hope you take our advice constructively going forward. Let's take a quick gaming break, and when we come back, we'll be auditing more channels in the random zone.
Okay. Let's go.
Well, hold on. Here, take this. You're supposed to catch him.
How did he exact revenge after he's dead?
I wanted you to catch him because it helps to have a hefty corpse.
Can you finish the level, please? This can only end well. Let me take out a snake. Let me do something.
Let me do something, he says.
So Dan, I do apologize that I forgot to update the gaming advert. It's the older one, but it does give us an opportunity to tell everybody what we do every Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't even know if you managed to play that one before because it got messed up. So I think that might have been the first time a lot of people saw it. every Wednesday on Twitch. Myself, Rob, Travis has joined us. Our community manager, Dan H, has joined us. We play some Spelunky 2. At least that's the current game. We were playing Fall Guys before. And as you can see, it's just us kicking back, having some fun. And, we've been known to answer your questions. I did one yesterday by myself in Spelunky. I answered some questions about just YouTube and did not make it much farther than I've made it with the gang here. So I'd recommend checking it out. The link is posted now in the pinned comment. Be sure to follow, turn on notifications so you don't miss those streams Mondays and Wednesdays.
I like the way you say that we've been known to answer questions, but what we usually do is throw sticky bombs on each other's heads.
I think
and
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be there, or Savage will be there. Someone's going to be there. I can't wait. That should be a fun time.
Great. Well, if Savage is there, like, who?
I think Savage might have to show up for something like that. Last time I played with you guys, I'm like, this is shenanigans, and it's something that I think Savage would be a part of because I was out of my element.
Let's bring Dan H in at this point. Dan, I hope you've been keeping a keen eye on the comments. Have any sort of questions been coming in here regarding any of the channels we've already audited?
Oh, was I expected to be in this chat? I'm sorry. I've been in the Discord
so.
the entire time. I mean, we're having some pretty good conversations over there. But yeah, I did, a lot of comments coming in, a lot of chat coming in. So that's always great to see. We got Logan Alex, CPA, in the chat. 108,000 followers. If anyone needs some tax advice, I think that's probably one way to go. He seems to have that niche handled a bit well.
So I have a question for him. All of his stuff in the background here, because it's on a YouTube live stream, does that mean it's a tax write-off now? So I can just continue to buy toys, and as long as I have him in a live stream, that's acceptable? Let us know in the chat, and Dan, you can update me.
Well, I just put him on the vidIQ expense account, so I'm not really sure what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I did not think of that.
Let's jump into questions, though. We have Niels in here. Yeah. He says, what should I do? I found someone copied my entire video, and he just added some voiceover. So I know copyright and claims is something that we're going to be focusing on in the future. So what should he do? So
if they're copying the visuals, like verbatim, then you can copyright claim that. You should be able to as well. If you can prove that your content was on a YouTube first, then that should be a problem. However, there has to be a difference between outright copying and plagiarism. Because there are always cases here where somebody can look at a video and say, I'm just going to make that same video, but I'm going to record it myself and everything. And then that's like interpretation. And so there's always that little bit of leeway. But if it is a direct copy, they've lifted your video visuals, then you should be able to claim that in some way. I mean, Dan, Travis, do you have any experience with this? And at vidIQ, we're a little more liberal because I'm not too bothered if people are using some of our content because all of our stuff is educational anyway, and we don't monetize it. I mean, if somebody rips off one of our videos and then started monetizing it and got millions of views, then we'd have an issue with it. But just here and there, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, some of my older review stuff gets, people just rip it off and put it on their own channels and stuff, which that in of itself doesn't bother me because I'm kind of like, oh, it's free advertisement. But what they then do is they put in like their affiliate links, and I'm like, you're not gonna make money off of me. That's not right. So that's when I'll like copyright claim them or strike them or whatever.
Yeah, we have access to tools now on YouTube that if someone steals your content, you can definitely try to claim it, and YouTube will then decide for you after that point. So that would be the first course of action. I kind of like what you said about interpretation, because if I see like a top 5 Minecraft moments video and I like it, and then I want to mimic those in my own version of it, that creator might get mad at me. Those were the same top 5 moments that I had, and you barely changed it. But it is my own content, so there is a difference. If they literally re-uploaded your video, then you have a case. But if they're just kind of doing the similar thing that you're doing and you don't like it, it is what it is.
I'm not going to lie. I sometimes do searches for the most popular YouTube things like how to get more views, subscribers. And if I see somebody's video performing well, I may watch it and think, you know what? I think I can make a video similar to that, but I'm going to add my own interpretation, my own experience and thoughts and wisdom, and I'm going to try and make a better thumbnail. And that's just a free market at the end of the day. You can't copyright ideas, but obviously you can copyright your actual content. So good question, that one, actually, Dan. Thank you. And maybe we'll get one more in before the end of the live stream, because I know probably people are asking now, please, can you start actually auditing more channels? I want to say thank you to Hopeful Whisperers for the $5 submission here for the COVID Solidarity Response Fund. But now we are going to go to our machine whirling cog of joy thing, which is going to start pulling out some numbers. And this is how it works. Now we're going to get a number, which is 230. We're going to go to the gaming form because we haven't done any gaming channels at all, I think, in the first hour, except for one. And we're going to audit this channel, which is called Monster Tube. And so this is where Travis can take a little bit of a break while Dan and I give some advice to this channel, which has 4,500 subscribers. So first of all, congratulations. Looks like you're maybe trying to push your merch a little bit on the channel banner there. So not telling us exactly what the channel's about. But what are we seeing here, Dan? Bit of gaming keyboards, bit of I fell off this mountain, so maybe some personal dank meme type stuff, some Fortnite stuff.
Yeah, I think I would not get the sense that this was a gaming channel the very first time seeing it.
Yeah,
knowing that they put themselves in that category is the only reason I'm trying to look at this from a gamer's perspective, and I'm seeing Fortnite live streams. But this is kind of a personality channel, and it's just kind of I upload things that I like. I'm just kind of doing what I want.
Looks to be, yeah.
I wonder how can we see they're most popular?
Yeah, let's take a look. Because are you trying to work out maybe where these 4,000 subscribers have come from? Yeah.
Okay. Interesting, and not English here too. Are they all foreign
Dutch.
language? Looks like might
these
be.
Most popular ones, yeah. So maybe that's an interesting question: is that have you made a conscious pivot from creating content in your own language to English-based content? Because I would say, at least certainly in the last month or so, your audience isn't reacting that well to it. I mean, here's the one. Again, sorry if I'm getting the language wrong. I think it's Dutch. This is the one Dutch video there. It's got 1,000 views, and then everything above it, just getting like 100 views here and there.
Yeah, I think channel focus. There's one strategy you could explore, and I do this a lot more than I should, and I don't like recommending people start multiple channels, but I understand as a creator that sometimes you have multiple itches you want to scratch. Mm-hmm. I would do your gaming channel, maybe a Fortnite live stream channel, and then if you have vlogs, if you have adventures you want to go on, do a second vlog channel, and don't commit too much to it in terms of like, I'm going to upload every day. But let people know, if you want to follow my, crazy adventures outside of this gaming channel, I have this other channel. A lot of creators do this. I struggle to suggest it because you just need to have time, obviously to manage two channels, but that is one direction you could go.
Let's take a look next then at Space Flight History. Feel free to subscribe. Oh, that's a nice offer.
No commitments. No
commitments there. Travis, what do you think about this one with 250 subscribers and... Oh, they've been around for 3 years.
But very
video every month.
Yeah, like. Something like that looks like, which is cool. I like that you're going to get information. I kind of wish, I think, based on these subject matters, that I would want them to be longer. I think people who would look and watch this content would like to get their teeth into it. If you're going to be interested in this, you're going to want information. And a minute and 18 seconds may or may not kind of get me going.
I guess the only other thing is you could intentionally do super short videos and try and go for the YouTube Shorts angle, where it's less than a minute. But I'd agree here, we're probably looking at like 10 minutes or above. There's no point in doing a Apollo landing video. How many parts is there? 3 parts, each like 3 minutes long. You might as well just do a 10-minute video.
Yeah, 100%. And your retention will probably be better. You'll get more watch time per that video. The way I look at like segmenting that sort of stuff is if you have like a very large subject that's like 20 minutes long, okay, make it into 3 7-minute videos or something like that. Like that makes sense to me. But if you have essentially what is one kind of chunky bit of information, but you can get it done in less than 15 minutes, retention on that should be good enough that you should do it, especially about something like this. You have to look at your subject matter and understand what is a good amount of time someone is willing to watch. So for example, if I watch how to unclog a toilet, I'm not going to watch it for 10 minutes. I'm going to watch it for 3.5 minutes. That's about all the more I need, and I'm out. So give me like a 5-minute video at most. If I'm going to watch how to bake a cake, I'm not going to watch a 2-hour video about how to bake a cake. Having said that, if I'm going to watch something about how to take the engine out of my car and fix it, if I see a 2-minute video on that, I'm probably not going to watch that either, because I'm pretty sure you're missing everything. So just think about the viewership, what they're looking for, and kind of get an idea of what a view tolerance is. And of course, you can check your analytics for that.
I'm actually thinking now of challenging people like Mr. Beast and PewDiePie. Like, say, can you make a video that's 20 minutes long and the title is how to unblock a toilet, and can you get, I don't know, like 5 million views? They probably could actually, couldn't they? Like, it doesn't matter what the title is.
Yeah, Mr. Beast literally can do anything.
Yeah, that is true. All right, we're going to go to the Twitter feed now. I have neglected that in the first hour. So these are the memes you've been sending in, and if we enjoy them enough, then we may audit them. I mean, you're really tying into my wrestling love here, which is pretty good there. Pretty good, Raymol. And Travis, I think, is also giving us a thumbs up there. Awesome. So let's take a look at Game Roll as the first Twitter submission here. R2I, is that Red Dead Redemption 2 mods? Okay, and then I'm stepping out. Dan, you're auditing this one. Hate this game.
Oh wow. Can we see the 54-second video if it's a short?
You want me to tell you why, Travis?
I'm kind of curious.
So I love Red Dead Redemption, the first one, because it's very similar to GTA, isn't it? Based in the Wild West. What I can't stand about Red Dead Redemption 2 is the endless riding around in a horse for 5 minutes to get to the next mission. And I also felt that it's quite brutal. Like, it was suggesting you do things like rescue this person out of a prison. I tried to do that, and the game tore my head off when 20 law enforcement officers just descended on me, and like I didn't enjoy that. Having said that, like, I'm welcome to play open world games. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm playing that right now. Love it because you're doing something every 30 seconds in the game. But with Red Dead Redemption 2, 10 minutes between missions, that really annoys me. That's my rant. Thank you for auditing this channel, Dan. Let's move on. Sorry, no. Let's actually have a look.
I love open world games. I love games I can play at my own pace. I play Animal Crossing every day, so you've come to the right place. Despite being shouted at about playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, what I like about this channel is the value proposition is Red Dead Redemption 2 mods. So I know what I'm going to get. I know if Red Dead Redemption 2 is old now, but the modding community is probably just getting started. So you're going to show me different ways to play a game that I've probably played to death by now, but I want to play more. I'm just kind of looking for more things to do, and that's where mods can come in. So this is awesome. You look at this. Like, at no point did this person break away from this niche. They've held strong for 4 months.
So what I would maybe argue here is that I'm not getting a strong enough sense of the actual mods.
Correct.
On Red Dead Redemption. I'd like the thumbnail doesn't really tell me that it's a mod. The titles don't always include mods. So I'm not getting that vibe. Is that the weakness perhaps of his channel right now? The
before and after picture is a good start. That's kind of, now I kind of see that one. Ultra realistic shaders, basically.
Well, the problem is I wouldn't say I can't tell the difference here because of the thumbnail.
It's so similar, right? Like the stable, I would have zoomed in on that stable. It looks like the grass is a little bit greener in one of them, but that I would have gotten an image of something that could have really benefited from the lighting and the detail, and that wasn't the right image. But that's where you want to be going. You want to make sure that, again, it's really clear when the viewers are searching for these things that, oh, that's a mod. They can tell because it doesn't look like the game normally does. There's something in the game that wasn't there before, and I would be covering mods, the minute they come out. Wherever these live, always be on that page on the internet and try and cover new mods, try and cover ones that start to get popular. Just completely immerse yourself in the world of Red Dead Redemption 2 mods.
Nice consistency in sort of like the branding here as well with the channel icon and the banner. It may be one of these where you just need to do a bit of exploration of what other larger channels are talking about, maybe sometimes with Red Dead Redemption 2 mods, and then, as we've been talking a little bit before, look at what other channels are doing and saying, you know what, I'm an expert in this field. I know all the things there are about this mod, so I'm going to do a bigger, better video for fans of that mod to watch. But yeah, I think we're encouraged by this, even though the channel hasn't quite made it yet with 150 subscribers. They've been going for 4 months. Like Dan, you say, they are completely committed to this, and we can see that. Maybe the execution just isn't quite right yet with the thumbnails and the titles.
I'll give you one pro tip, because I'm doing a very similar thing on my personal channel. Can you give a top 10 list of Red Dead Redemption 2 mods? Make the title
Beautiful.
no more complicated than that. Top 10 Red Dead Redemption 2 mods and maybe 2020 or something like that.
Love it. Okay, did we have any more entertaining ones? I think Stasia we audited last week. Yeah, that's kind of true. Don't disagree with that. And that's it. So, hashtag channel audits. Do send us in some more, please, if you want to perhaps have your channel audit. Oh, hang on. They're all from... I don't know if it's going on there with some of these pictures. This one. This was before the channel banner. Sorry, before the live stream. What am I talking about here? Right, let's. So we'll go back to randomly selecting from the machine, and so we'll choose a non-gaming channel next, since we just did a gaming channel 37. So we're going to try and up the speed a little bit here with 40 minutes we have left, so we can try and get through some more channels for all of you. And this is going to be a channel that's literally called Fun and Play, I think. Let's take a look. If this is a gaming channel, you've sent me the video link, so that doesn't help. Right, okay. Click on there. Here we go. Fun and Play. So first of all, channel banner, please, to give us an idea of what the channel may be about. I think looking at the thumbnails, it is about a kid's vlog, maybe on toys and things that you're playing with. I don't think it's US native or English native language, but there's again this question of a titling structure. Some of these videos are getting massive views, like 25,000 views there. Another one here with 10,000 views, 3,000 views, and others with like 100 views. So yeah, it's a strange one for me, Dan and Travis. What are you reckoning?
I think it's probably, like to your point, it's probably for kids, definitely for kids under 13. Probably you could probably mark this channel for kids, and which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means there's just certain things you won't have access to, like end screens and such. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be one of the things that's going to live and die, not so much on search, because the kids that are watching this content aren't necessarily going to search for anything. It's going to live and die basically on like recommended and suggested. So definitely want to make sure that you make the titling for the purposes of SEO for linking them together similar. In other words, don't worry so much about it being SEO friendly for search, but that they kind of link each other together, because that is what's going to make the difference on a channel like this. And making sure that your thumbnails are a lot more bright and a lot more colorful and a lot more kid friendly than what you have. They're okay, but okay isn't going to be the thing that people are going to click when they see that compared to some of the other kids channels that are out there.
So I just want to ask a question here to our audience, and I think this is probably the first time where I've thought about copper, FTC, YouTube, and how this potentially impacts channels. Just looking at the thumbnails and the brief clips I showed you there from the videos, folks, do you think this channel is made for kids? Yes or no in the chat? Because when I click on one of these videos, let's say this one, for example, has 14,000 views, the engagement is quite low, but it has comments. Now, if the creator has actually answered the question, is it made for kids? And they say yes, then comments would be disabled. So what I'm trying to say here is that I don't know if other people agree, but I feel as if the channel is made for kids.
Yes. And
you're saying that it isn't. That could get you in serious trouble with YouTube as you get more exposure and your audience builds, and maybe if you monetize, YouTube are going to take a look at this and think, actually, this stuff is made for kids, and you may get your channel terminated. So that's a bit of a warning. Now, we're looking at this channel in 1 or 2 minutes, and so this is first impressions. We could be completely wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting.
I'll tell you 2 reasons why I'm pretty sure it is. Number one, the cutoff age is 13. I can't imagine too many 13 and 14-year-olds watching this channel.
Yeah, I agree.
Secondarily, I think the proof's in the pudding. The one thing a lot of people don't know about younger kids' channels is the like to dislike ratio is always really low, because
it's weird, isn't it? It's like it's this sort of level.
It's just click stuff. So that's an indication that young kids are watching this. So I think it's pretty obvious to me this is a kids' channel, and you definitely want to change that.
Yeah. So yeah, the thing I'm worried about here is comments. Comments means that engagement can be made on the videos, and if it's made for kids, then that is disabled. So something to consider there. Dan, is there anything outside of what we discussed here that maybe you want to add for this channel?
Two things. I was gonna say, and maybe their latest title, they're trying this, or latest title, the one you have up right now, the most popular video. I would try one language or the other in the titles. I'm not exactly sure how that would play out, but I'm not sure who the videos are for, given there's two different languages.
This is a strange one. I think when you see content from India, they often use English language in the titles, and it may be being translated for us from the native language, but then the actual language in the videos is there's many Indian languages, so I'm not going to say which one necessarily it might be in. Here's a good example, like YouTube Shorts right now. We have some of our videos in there, of course, but there are lots of videos like this where they use an English title, but then the language is clearly not English. And I think it's just in India where there's multiple languages, and I think English is always maybe like, again, sorry if I'm completely wrong with this, but it always feels as if it's like a predominant second language. Like there are many regional languages, but many people can speak English as well. So I think that's why they do it. So I think we have to be a little careful in how we suggest that. Like this one here, definitely, this creator is not English language when he's talking to videos. So yeah, I mean, certainly try that, but it's one of these strange cases in the Indian market where they use multiple languages in their titles.
Okay.
So was that the first thing?
That was the first thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty common. Probably not, something to worry about. What I was going to pose this question. I don't know enough about the YouTube Kids app to say, but is there a chance if they do go in and mark all their videos as for kids that YouTube Kids starts to try out their videos on that app?
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering that even then, because like some of these videos have thousands of views and some of them have, look at the difference here. The most popular one's 25,000 and then we're down to a couple of hundred. And I'm wondering if these popular videos are actually somehow getting into the kids app. It's strange and curious, Dan. And I don't think we fully know the answer to that question.
I just wanted to say if that's what happens, though, if YouTube puts it on that app, that actually could be a win.
Yeah, absolutely. Because YouTube knows exactly who the target audience is. That YouTube's doing half of the job for you.
Right. So
let's move on to the next one then. Again, another interesting conversation there just about YouTube in general. This is going to be a gaming channel, 138. They're calling themselves Diamond RBX.
Roblox, I guess?
Yeah, that sounds like it might be a Roblox channel. The first one of the week. And they have over 1,000 subscribers. So first of all, congratulations on that. We know how difficult that is for gaming channels in particular.
Oh, yeah. That for gaming channels in this popular of a game, that's a huge milestone.
Right, so what I'm seeing here and what I'm liking is that the consistency of the thumbnails in that whenever somebody sees it, like in browse features or subscribe feed, they know straight away, even without a logo, that this video is from Diamond RBX.
Yep.
And I think the view counts support that. And like the theme of the content is the same. You're talking about a particular structure or mechanical thing in each video. So that is your niche within Roblox.
This is going to be a channel that we're not going to be able to give a whole lot of advice to because I'm going to sit here and talk about how great of a job they're doing.
Absolutely. I agree.
Every gaming channel on this stream right now needs to put down their phone, whatever you're doing, and take a look. If you're sitting there and going, how do I grow my gaming channel?
And look at the thumbnail evolution here. Like before, this red and black text, we hate that. And like then they made the change there, and they must have noticed that the click-through rate is going up. Yeah, nice work here. Very nice work.
All of these videos are really valuable if you are playing this game, if you want to know how to build cool things. And that's where this YouTuber is getting their start. You know what this YouTuber can do when they hit about maybe, I'm just going to throw a number at it. It doesn't have to be this, but maybe 10,000 subscribers. Maybe that's when they could sit back and do a Let's Play. I'm just going to play the game today. I'm going to do a live stream. I'm not going to worry. They already did a live stream recently. Mix your content up. Make a video that is for people who've never seen you before, and you're going to show them something valuable. And then they'll like you. They'll subscribe when they see, especially when they see enough of that. And then when they start to like you, it's a lot easier to sell them on those videos where it's just you just chilling. I like gamers love to make videos of them just chilling in a game, but it's so hard to get discovered. So I'm always hammering these points. And look at this channel. Yeah,
here's something else, and Travis, I want you to maybe chime in on a little bit here. Yeah. Look at the titles. Every single title starts with this star new.
Yep.
And I think, Dan, I've been looking at some of the titles here. I don't think any of them actually include Roblox in the title at all. Not even like at the end of the title. There's this build a boat for treasure thing that's sort of appearing as the common thread. And so for Travis, I just want you to maybe chime in on how I think there's one channel in the tech industry who they use the title instruction. I think you latched onto this a little bit, where it was like iPhone 12 news and leaks or something, and they were a small channel.
Date or something like that,
and they just repeated that title over and over again, and now they're a channel with tens of thousands of subscribers. So like there's a phenomenal amount of consistency going on here, probably in the content, in the thumbnails, in the titles, and this channel, as small as it is right now with 1,000 subscribers, we can see that the momentum's really nicely growing here, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's as much about the subject as it is the titling. I think new is maybe in and of itself too short to kind of latch onto that little YouTube kind of magic space, but yeah, definitely look for things that are working, especially the topics. It looks like you have a video here with 8,000 views, the exoskeleton mech. If maybe you have a follow-up on that or something, I would definitely consider that. The screw tank, maybe a different type of tank, like those type of things are the things I would be making more of until it stops working. Just keep doing it.
There's probably enough questions maybe in these 3 videos to do follow-ups. Yep. Would you say there's probably
and literally you could go into the comment section and look at what people's questions were and just answer those in the video.
You know what this channel makes me want to do is actually start up a new vidIQ channel where we just clip like the really fascinating and interesting channels that really work, and like we just like have 4 or 5 minute videos that do that. So I don't know, maybe we'll do that this week.
This should be one of the channels we revisit at some point. I'd be really curious in like a month or 2 to see where they're at, because it looks like their growth kicked off recently. Yeah. I also want to say that maybe this isn't a Roblox channel. Maybe Build a Boat or whatever the game. Maybe that's the game. We know that Roblox is a game of games, so maybe it is Roblox and that's the game within the game. I'm just I keep seeing Build a Boat over and over too. So
this crossover here potentially with Minecraft as an experimentation video, Dan.
No, I'm just saying that might be the game. You were saying there's no title of the game in the title. But
right. So sorry, the Build a Boat might be the mod.
It could be the game within Roblox.
Yes,
so there's no need to put Roblox. It's just popular enough on its own.
I understand. I'm going let's just do a search for this. Let's confirm. Yes. Build a... Oh, yeah, look, there it is. You are right, Dan.
For treasure.
So that is their niche. So they're not even bothering with the Roblox title. They're just niching down into the specific they're talking about. So let's have a look at the vidIQ stats here. So here's another really interesting thing. Well, we can talk about this forever. Build a boat for treasure is a search term that is heavily recycled right now. What I mean is like the videos at the top of a search term, 4 days, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I mean, usually at the top of search terms, you'd find videos that have been established there for months, if not years. Average age of the videos is 2 months. The vidIQ tools here, again, which you can get for free with vidIQ, is that there's a relatively high volume and not yet enough competition. So that's really fascinating as well. So they've found like a little SEO niche here as well. There's so many golden nuggets of information coming out of this channel. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations. This certainly gets a confetti of joy, this channel. Absolutely. Yep, it still works. Brilliant. Let's move on to the next channel then. There was even a channel that Travis could chime in with there. Love it. All right, we're going to do a non-gaming channel next. This is 306. And this may be another Lego channel. Looks like a stop motion channel that we're going to look at now. Brick Clicks, you have nearly 50 subscribers. And so... you've created all of these videos in a month as well with stop motion animation. That's pretty impressive. Each of the videos is around about 2 minutes long.
Yeah, I have to see that Lego Among Us. I've actually been encouraging.
Oh, where is it?
It's
this one. Okay, let's have this running in the background with no volume.
I've been encouraging people to do Among Us stuff for now, even in different niches. And I don't mean play the game, but I mean if there's a way to implement an Among Us kind of strategy into your niche, I would do it just because it's such a monster right now. Still the largest gaming YouTubers around are still playing the game and streaming all the time. It's a unique opportunity because it's not just that the game itself is big, it's that they're collabing together, making these streams and these videos bigger than typically those channels would get normally, which just makes it this monster exponentially bigger. So if you have any way of incorporating that into your style, I highly recommend it, because at this point, like the feeding frenzy is on, and at some point those YouTubers will stop and Twitch players will stop playing that game with each other, and then it goes away. Now, to be clear, I'm not telling you if you're a baking channel to then play Among Us and now you have an Among Us channel. I'm not saying.
Sounds like you are, Travis, to be honest.
I'm not. I'm saying try to bring it into your niche. In other words, if you are a baking channel, show how to make Among Us cupcakes, like that sort of thing.
Very good.
Really think about your niche and figure out a way to bring it into your niche, because there's so many eyes on this content right now.
That gives me an idea. Should we just check here, Travis, if have they done anything? Do you think maybe we need to offer a little bit of a suggestion here to ASMR Mag UK? Is there anything there?
I'm actually kind of surprised, because she normally is way on top of this. I'll have to talk to her on Friday.
Yeah, nothing quite there yet. Yeah, but that's maybe a suggestion. Sorry, this is a private conversation we're having during the live stream. Dan, what do you think here of brick clicks?
Yeah, I love that advice. And Among Us is so ubiquitous. Like there's so many ways you could bring it into your content. For this channel, I would try, since your videos are already so short, I would try making one in vertical format just to see how a short would do.
Yeah.
And your titles are a bit short. I think laser tag, for example, Lego laser tag stop motion would have been the shortest I would have made that title.
Nice.
I think some key phrase research would definitely help you out. I think you'll notice your view counts go up quite a bit. Otherwise, like, this is the type of content it takes a long time to make, but you seem committed to it. So keep testing new things. And Legos are great because, like what Travis was saying, anything that goes on in the world, you could probably find a way to build it with Legos and then do a stop motion video on it. So you're always going to be able to do a trending topic.
I love the way that currently the thumbnails are simple and you're not using text. However, the thumbnails don't really give me an intrigue or a reason to click right now. They almost feel as if they're freeze frames. Like this one here, the lightsaber duel. I'm sure there's a much better thumbnail you could do of maybe the two lightsabers clashing, and it's not much background, because I think Rey is, you can't really see her unless I use a magnifying glass there. So work on thumbnails as well. But you're at the very start of your journey. You've probably hit 50 subscribers thanks to us auditing your channel. And yeah, keep it up. And yeah, as Travis said, tying in Among Us, great idea. And also, you've just done something here with the Mandalorians as well. So that's a nice little tie-in with that series that's going to be high in search terms soon. Oh, and Animal Kingdom as well. No, it's Animal Crossing. That would be a better thing to use, wouldn't it? Let's move on to the next channel that we're going to audit, and that is 247. And this is going to be a gaming channel. Let's see what we have here. Hatsumi Kiru is your channel. I hope I pronounced your name somewhere near right. We're seeing some Among Us stuff here, Dan, but also some Counter-Strike. The channel is, let's see, they started 4 years ago, but they've posted a significant portion of videos in the last 2 weeks. So they're coming back with an Among Us vibe. Yeah,
it's gonna be tough. I think this is a creator who needs to look at their channel and decide that I don't have 120 subscribers, I have 0, and let your newer videos reflect, your decisions. What I mean by that is, if Among Us is going to be your thing, niche down to Among Us. But those who subscribed a long time ago probably aren't going to come back, especially with such a pivot. It's hard to say this is even a gaming channel. I'm kind of confused by some, like, I'm seeing some anime, I'm seeing a Wired interview, but then I think there's some Among Us in, like, it's just, we're lacking a channel focus and, well, content in general. It's a lot easier to judge a channel when we see like a lot more content. Maybe that's the key. If you're going to be an Among Us channel, I would definitely make more Among Us videos. I'm
also noting here that these 3 videos are under a minute.
Right.
However, none of these are shorts. So I just wanted to ask you, Dan and Travis, just generally, if you are going to make videos of under a minute right now, should they be in vertical format to attack that short shelf? Or Do you still think there might be a reason to make videos under a minute and landscape videos that are available to the whole YouTube audience? Just your quick thoughts on that.
I think in this case it would have been better if there were shorts, a short version, vertical version, because OK Cool Vitals is probably a great title when you see the thumbnail is Among Us, and it's, we all know the shorts titles are very short, they're truncated a lot quicker. So that would have been probably a good opportunity, but I can't imagine every single one being like that, especially if you've had success with short form content that isn't vertical.
And Travis?
Yeah, I really agree, and I think they should, anything under a minute should be shorts. And I believe it so much that in January when potentially the Savage channel comes out, it will start off as shorts. So I don't see.
Whoa, jeez, where's this come from? Headline news, folks.
Because January is terrible for tech, so I don't know that I'm going to be doing my tech channel very much then. So we'll need something to kind of
Savage channel coming out. God, we need to get the image rights on this guy. We need to lock this guy in. Woof. Well, you heard it. You heard it potentially here first, folks. But committed savages to things. We'll see about that. Right, let's go back to the channel audits, and we're going to now choose a non-gaming channel, and that is going to be channel 315. I'm going to say an hour and a half in. Thank you, Sony ZV-1. It looks as if that camera is working fine for me, which is great. That's one technical thing I was a little worried about.
Stream's not over yet.
Stream's not over. There is still time. Meds Miracle. Motivation, productivity, and a bit of hustle as well. Let's have a look. The channel's been going for a month. So I'm going to pick the obvious thing here. This orange squashed cartoony text I hate. I haven't even read any of this text. I just see it as awful orange squashed text. So please don't use that, and don't use as much as that. That would be my one advice here. Travis, let's have a look at what
1,000% agree. I can't even read half of it. So yeah, I understand. I like the fact that they were, I think, going for something that brands them.
Yeah.
But I think it was a swing and a miss. I like the ideas behind some of these videos, but again, they're so all over the place. So you have Pitbull over there. You have a medical field. It's very generic, kind of like almost Evan Carmichael, but Evan Carmichael has a lot of value he gives because he's showing not only people that are inspiring, but then he gives his own feedback and stuff. And this doesn't feel that way. It just feels like just trying to throw some stuff out there randomly.
What's confusing me is when you talk, so you say the channel's about productivity, motivation, hustle, and then you have like a medical icon and a medical channel name, and then I think and then half of your videos are about being in the medical profession. But then are you hungry enough to succeed? And then I look at the thumbnail, and then I look at the potential content, and where that's really strange.
Yeah.
What am I getting myself into? I'm a little concerned about that. Now, having said all of that, you've hidden your subscriber count, so we don't know how many subscribers you've got. You've got 2,000 views from your first 10 videos, and each of them are getting hundreds of views, which is excellent. So you're doing something right, I will say that. But in terms of the pitch to the audience, through thumbnails and channel branding, I'm a little confused there. Dan, final words from you.
Yeah, more relevant thumbnails. I feel like you found really nice stock photos and tried to put your own kind of brand on them to, over a video that looks like a motivational speaking kind of piece. And I think I'd be really confused if I actually clicked on one of these. I have to wonder what the retention is on these videos. Cause when they're not vertical, it looks like B-roll, but that's being commentated over, or just text.
Yeah. That looks like strange content as well.
It's channels like this that want to help you be productive and hustle. Usually they are someone who's just like this face of the channel. There's this personality. There's someone you can connect with, and that's kind of missing from what I'm just seeing at a bird's eye view.
Is there anything about where the content's coming from? A little unsure. All right, Dan H., I'm going to bring you in one more time. I'm just wondering if there are any more questions. We've had some really interesting discussions amongst ourselves about some channels. Picking up anything from the audience vibe here?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a pretty active chat today. I think people are really vibing with some of the thumbnails we've had today. So I think, sort of the most basic question is, how do you get better at making thumbnails? Is it training? Is it software? Is it something specific that people can do to get better? That's something that's so important to YouTube.
Oh, that is a good question.
No one knows. It's a mystery.
It's coming early. Oh dear.
Have you ever seen, Rob? I know you like memes and stuff, right?
Occasionally, yeah.
Like GIFs and stuff. You've seen those GIFs on like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a GIF right now. Watch this.
Okay.
Look at that. Oh, that's savage right there. That's the most savage thing you've ever seen in your life. Ladies and gentlemen.
Dan, we're talking about clipping bits of this live stream before we live. Clip that, please.
I don't. Other Dan. Okay.
Yeah. Whoever can clip it.
That's magic.
Yeah, thanks, Savage. Let's try and get back to the question, Dan.
To answer the question, I gotta say, like, YouTube is a good space to be in for learning how to make better thumbnails. Take whatever photo image editing software you use, whether it's Photoshop or Canva or whatever. Go and look up find somebody who gives really solid tutorials, and it's a time investment. You're going to need to sit down and spend the time learning how to do this. There's no secret trick to, just like there's no secret trick to unlocking your YouTube channel and getting 1 million views overnight, there's no secret trick to making a good thumbnail or editing a good video. Everything you get what you put into it, right? With anything, but especially YouTube. If you're going to, kick butt on editing, then that's going to show up in your content. People are going to subscribe. If you're going to make kick butt thumbnails, then people are going to click on those and they're going to potentially subscribe if your editing's also on point. So take the time to learn this stuff. We have an academy course on thumbnails with a lot of general information, but if you want to dive deeper, if you want some Photoshop tutorials, there's a lot of stuff out there for free on YouTube, and then even paid courses on places like Lynda or whatever.
I'm glad you mentioned the Academy, Dan, because I think we have a link to lots of YouTube videos and the Academy in the description. And like you say, it's a process. It's not there's no real light bulb moments. Well, they kind of are, but the only way you'll get light bulb moments if you try embrace doing something different. Like the first thing I always say to creators who are struggling with thumbnails is, well, try making the next 5 thumbnails with no text whatsoever. And because that is a real challenge. You may end up wanting to add maybe 1 or 2 pieces of text, but just doing something completely different or using a new background, a new color scheme, try radical different things. And the best thing about thumbnails is that they're easy to test through click-through rates, and you can make a thumbnail and then decide not to use it. I mean, sometimes I make 3 or 4 thumbnails per video, and I'll end up going for then something completely different. And so it is a process, but it is so important to start tackling that. So it's a good question to ask. Dan H, do we have one more, or should we get back to some audits with the Savage Man?
I think the chat is looking for audits here, so maybe we'll give the chat what they want. But don't forget to check out the Discord, and thank you to all the moderators in here who are doing a great job.
All right, awesome. So let's give the audience what they want. Savage audits. Hello, Savage. Let's go to your list.
Yes, why not? We give them what they want.
Here is a Savage audit form. Clearly, no one cares. So, which one do you want to pick? You usually like to do the first and the last one.
Hold on. Let me do it again. Boom. There we go. It's amazing. It's magical. Let's go with number 1 because that person is a true savage.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Hang on. I think it's a channel we've already done. It's Casey Green.
Casey Green.
Yeah, with the Teslas.
With your Teslas. With your electric car.
I'll give you 20 seconds. How many
does that car take?
Yeah.
Okay. Just like I'll give him 20 seconds to watch a video. I watch it for 20 seconds. How can you? I'm sorry, Casey. How can you review a supercharger? Isn't that the thing? Just charges your car, you plug it in, and that's it. Like what? Why do I need 3 minutes of that? I feel like I don't. That's enough. That's a YouTube Shorts. That's a YouTube Shorts right there.
Thanks. Okay, that was the 20 seconds on that one, Savage. So do you want me to pick the last channel as well that's currently suggested?
Yeah, obviously. This is the way that we do this.
All right, channel 20.
It's never changed.
You got 20 students right now. How much are you charging them these days?
We're going to have to up it because people are trying to leave the academy.
You need this. You need these funds for this new channel. Apparently, you're going to be kicking off in the new year.
Yes. I hear someone spilled the beans. I got a leaker.
So here we are.
People.
Super Machine Gun 54.
Yes. Submachine Gun 54 playing Fall Guys with ice cream. That's great. All right, let me see this Mario, this Wario, this Luigi, and Hop Cats. Listen, I remember Mario was a thing back in 1999. I think it was a big thing back then, right? I mean, is he still around? Is Mario still alive?
He is, yeah. He just celebrated his 35th anniversary, actually.
He was 35 when he came out. How is that possible? He's got to be. I mean, obviously he's lying about his age. I look at this and I'm going, man, Mario, what kind of pills is this guy take in the morning? You have to imagine he's got like a whole breakfast sandwich worth of pills when he wakes up, and the pains that he gets from jumping up and down and hitting his head on them bricks.
So what you're recommending?
Now? I don't.
What you're recommending to SMG 54 here is like a reveal, a pills reveal. Like, what drugs does Mario take?
How does Mario
that sounds
do his
like
arthritis?
a viral hit to me. If I'm yes.
All right.
That sounds like a viral hit.
I've got a quick trivia question. Can you remember the actor who played Mario in the Super Mario film? Just as a bit of trivia.
Yeah,
No
Chad,
answers?
can you remember?
No.
Isn't it that guy that's in the jail now?
No. Unfortunately,
like
he's passed away. The actor. If somebody can get it in the chat, well, I'm not looking at the chat, but yeah, I'll give you a couple of seconds to answer it. Go on. Yeah. Let's. Oh, hang on. I need to. Somebody's giving me a video link rather than a channel link. All right, hang on. Let me
It
just
all
sort
falls
that
apart
out.
in the last 10
So
minutes.
that's the channel we're on, right? Does anyone have the answer? Like, who is the actor who played Mario in the film Super Mario Brothers? No one's giving me the answer.
There's Bob Hopkins.
There we are, Bob Hopkins. Yeah, there we go. Somebody got it right. Egan Anime. Right, this is an actual genuine channel audit, not a savage one. So, I think what you need to do is purchase Filmora, because it looks like you got a big watermark there.
That's a savage thing to do right there, not pay for your stuff. That's great.
Yeah, and another thing is, are you just taking this content from this animation and then re-uploading it? Because it kind of feels like you are, or at least clips from it. Yeah, that seems to be the case. So I don't think we have anything to... I don't have anything else to add here. It looks like copyrighted content here. Yeah. Unfortunately. Or is it a review? Next episode? No, not a review. It's a preview. Yeah, okay, let's move on to the next channel then. Unfortunately, it looks like copyrighted content, and that's not going to get you very far on YouTube. 298 is the next channel we will try and audit. And again, we'll stick with the non-gaming channel here, which is another anime channel. So that's kind of convenient. This one has 61 subscribers. So this definitely looks like a channel that's trying to do considered opinion and responses and commentary on anime, which is what we would like to see, which is good. What do you think of the thumbnails here, Dan?
I think they are definitely like a branded channel in that way that people are going to keep recognizing. Oh, that's that creator I follow. But I think the
green text seems so out of place, doesn't it?
It does.
I like maybe the style of the actual thumbnail, but my eye's drawn to the text, so I'm not really, I guess, enjoying the style in these thumbnails.
Yeah, and when I see anime thumbnails, a lot of times I see a very busy thumbnail. A lot of characters on the frame and everything, and I like that these have like a character cut out. But it's just kind of it's kind of getting lost a little bit. The green text is distracting. Some of these older ones have a lot of text.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're improving that. Used to be a gaming channel 3 months ago.
Yep.
So I have a question about anime. Hold on.
Yeah.
I can't really see what's going on here. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see. Okay. Right. So is anime like cartoon for nerds? Is that what it is? I'm trying to understand here. Like what's the difference between this and like other cartoons?
Well, I'm sure you'll get many responses to that now, Savage, in the chat. So just keep an eye on that. I'm not treading on that question at all. Right. Now then, titling wise, I guess they are trying to answer questions from animes. Are these recent animes? That would be my only concern a little bit. That way you're touching into content that's maybe been covered before, or just doesn't have the search intent at the moment. Because you keep asking this question about what if Naruto had Anti-Magic Part 3. I would. I mean, if you're answering a question, I probably would want to see the answer to that in a single video. I don't want to be given a third of an answer to a question I want in a video. I would suggest.
Yeah, I agree. I also the titling. I would like to see more capitalized.
Yeah, that's
titles.
A bugbear of mine as well.
I don't know why it bothers me so much. We've talked about this before.
I just have a question mark as well, so we're not sure if it's a question just by glancing at it.
Yeah, I would also. I like what you said. I would try and remake the Naruto anti-magic thing into a short video. What if? But make it one part. Make it 5 minutes. Like I maybe that would do well for you. But it's not capitalized, and I don't know if that title is going to be very searchable.
Let's pick a gaming channel then for the next one, and it's going to be 176. This channel is Hunter version 2 _, I think. Let's see what Hunter version 2 _ has to offer us. Your channel that's approaching 700 subscribers. I wonder what happened to version 1. I'm just asking a question there. Right, so Drive Ahead seems to be the game, Dan. I've not heard of it. And if I've not heard of it and a channel's covering it, that's a good sign to me because it feels like they've found a niche and they're building an audience here, which looks to be the case.
Yeah, definitely. Some Among Us as well.
Yeah, so I'm just seeing what the journey of the channel. So also they did some Drive Ahead stuff, but the thumbnails were completely inferior 3 months ago. So it's wonderful to see that they've evolved from here, where you look at each thumbnail and you're not entirely sure if it's from the same game. When you get to here, and there is a nice theme with these little, I guess, 16-bit images of vehicles on the thumbnails.
Yeah. And the view counts are pretty decent, especially when they cover an update, which is advice we give lots and lots of times. I wish I knew what this game was because I might have some more specific advice. Maybe it's a mobile game and there's little packs and stuff you can buy and share with your audience. Drive Ahead. So it looks like the people who made the game.
Sounds like a game we got to play on a Twitch stream.
Yeah, maybe.
Do some of that action. I'm ready to come on there and kick some butt. What do I got to do? How do I play?
So it's been around. It was like 5 years ago that this game came out, Dan. So I'm wondering if it's maybe getting a bit of a surge in popularity. Wow, we got 24 million views on this game and we've never heard of it.
I've never heard of this game.
But then there's but people must still be playing it because these are all videos very recently, and the channel's doing really nicely from it.
Yeah, this is one of those keep it up situations, I think.
Yeah.
And also, Savage, I'll have to get back to you on that after the live stream.
Yeesh. Savage, we'll take another student. Look at that, you've got another 11 students in the last 5 minutes.
Very smart people there. Let's go with 25. Let's see what 25 minutes.
25 then is the next channel. This channel. Well, you'll love this channel, Savage, because it's a channel called I Like Memes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, well, no, it's Dope Sponge.
Dope Sponge. Most inconsistent YouTuber. I love people to make up words. I love make up words. It's great. Is it possible that Dope Sponge knows that inconsistent isn't a word? Is that possible?
It's possible.
What's up with all these EXEs? I know.
I want to know the same thing. What does that mean?
Listen, I know back from my days of Windows 98 that EXE is executable. It means it's an app of your thing, whatever. But I don't know why you put it in the title of a video. I'm just trying to understand why people do that and how sometimes it works. Have you noticed that?
Like in this channel.
A lot of times I see people with .exe and it actually gets views. I think when I eventually open up my spectacular YouTube channel, now I'm going to put .exe at everything. I mean, obviously people are crazy enough to click it, so why not? I don't know.
So the Savage advice here is make sure you include executables in your video names.
Always
titles.
Be inconsistent, Dope Sponge.
Always be executing, I think, as well.
Yes.
Let's take another Savage channel then.
Let's go with 6. Why not? I mean, it's a number.
It's 6. It's a number. This person is so savage they do not understand.
Don't understand.
All right. This channel then is Good JRC, and your Savage review sounds a little like this.
There's another .exe. Listen, I can't do this anymore. What is happening?
Savage.exe has encountered an error.
I'm shutting down. I can hear the Windows shutdown sound right now. Easy solo money making glitch GTA 5 2020. That sounds good. I would like to make some money in GTA. That's a good thing. We got the Outlast. We got the End, the Resident Evil. Eating a Big Mac while playing Fortnite. That sounds like a video I'd actually would. Well, no, it's a video I would make. I don't know that I would actually watch it. I would certainly eat a Big Mac right about now. I'll tell you that right now. Here's what I will say, and I want you to really pay attention to this because this might be the most critical information you have ever heard on a vidIQ live stream. Are you ready? Can you come closer to your
All right,
screen?
I'm putting you on full screen, Jasper.
Right.
Jasper.
I don't know why you call me Rob. I know that your egg is scrambled, but I need you to just help work with me here for a minute. Okay.
All right, Savage.
Ladies and gentlemen, closer. This channel's terrible. I don't know why you're here. Just delete your stuff. It's ridiculous. Don't ever make videos like this ever again. It's a waste of time and money. It was a waste of a Big Mac, and I love Big Macs. It's terrible.
Thank you, Savage. Can I just stress at this point, by the way, if you submit your channel to the Savage audit form, be prepared for that type of thing. vidIQ does not endorse anything that Savage says. He has paid promotional time on this live stream, and we have to grin and bear it. Let's move on to, I think we'll go to the Twitter feed then. Has anybody else submitted some fun Twitter stuff for us in the final moments of this live stream that we can maybe audit? Let's take a look. Oh, look, there's one there of you, Savage.
There you go. That's not bad. I mean, it's a step in the right direction.
Oh, that's timely.
That's not bad right there. That's pretty good.
That's not bad. I think
like
Savage.
Superman. It's like Superman and Clark Kent. No one knows that Clark Kent is Superman. He just takes glasses off. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Thing.
Oh, hello. That's a bit harsh.
Hello.
I want to know. I just want to know why you've squashed our faces, even though you didn't need to. It just seems a little weird there. Is there any of these, Savage, then you would like us to pick as maybe a genuine audit?
I kind of like all of them. How about who is really Savage? Just a really interesting.
All right then. So I think we have audited Ethan Reck in the past, but not for maybe a couple of months. So this is another revisit channel, I think. I might be wrong here. I'm sure we've audited this channel before. The good news is you're approaching 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, I think this is a channel that does... It's one of those channels that takes music of some description and adds it to animation in this weird motif style that we've tried to understand in the past and we haven't. It feels like you're continuing to do what's been done before. Can somebody explain to me what's happening there?
That was the incredible parody that was done before. It was great.
Yeah. Shall we just play it for everyone? Oh, no. I might get a copyright claim if I do that.
So cool.
Dan, any thoughts on this one other than like we're continuing to sort of do well with the view counts? Occasionally they have these videos that perform a little better.
What the heck was that live stream?
Where was this? Sorry?
At the top, middle.
The 4-hour live stream. Maybe they were trying to do what
editing.
People have suggested. Have they done editing stream? I don't edit. I'm confused. Do you edit or you don't edit?
Huh. It's an interesting way to kind of like mix in some different stuff, especially if you're trying to find more content to put on your channel. It seemed to get some views, which is cool. It's tough with channels like this. I wish I had like more definitive answers.
Do they include JJBA musical motif in all of their titles? Because that seems to be a trigger. Yeah, so I'm noticing every time you include JJBA musical in your title, that seems to perform a little better than anything else. But I don't know if that's a particular... Yeah, there again, JJBA musicals. Every time that is in a title, the videos perform better. But I assume that's maybe a style of music that's not always in the videos. But maybe you could find a niche for that particular area for the next... Yeah, like here. All of these are JJBA. That little row of videos outperformed everything else. So that's what I can spot. Yeah. But you haven't kind of followed that up with all the videos that you make.
Yeah, I don't know the relevance of that, the 4-letter phrase, but it definitely could be that you try to keep doing that as much as possible.
All right, then. We are past the hour. I've played the music, which is going to outro us out. And I just wanted to say thank you to CG the Gamer for their $5 contribution as well to the COVID Solidarity Response Fund. As always, folks, it's been a fun 2 hours, and I think we've had some really interesting channels that we've been auditing this week. Savage, I'll just give you maybe a couple of words before you disappear, and we get maybe Travis back for the final minutes.
Yeah. Vote for Savage 2020. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Savage. I didn't even realize you were on the ballot box, but there we go. And folks, as we exit this live stream, I want to say goodbye to the people who are telling us their favorite lunch meals. So we're not talking about tea or dinner or breakfast. What do you like to have for lunch? And we're going to be reading some of that out. For example, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to be having a Tuscan tomato and basil soup for lunch. It's not my favorite, but that's what I'm going to be having. So yeah, do tell us what you're having for lunch. If you enjoyed this live stream, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with other fellow video creators who may find this useful, and subscribe to vidIQ if you haven't already done so, and make sure that you're taking advantage of all of our tools, rewards, and the free offerings that we have. And Dan, you've got 15 seconds to talk about Discord and anything else you want to talk about.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're doing our Wednesday live stream, Spelunky 2, 5 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Be sure to follow the channel if you haven't already so you get the notification. And on Discord, we're continuing this conversation over there. If you have thumbnails, if you have channel advice you want or want to share, be sure to join our Discord, vidIQ.com/Discord, and we would love to have you.
So it looks as if people aren't interested in telling us what they want for lunch.
What's for lunch meal?
They're trying to explain what the executable meme thing mentions. But Cue Ball Gamer likes a burger. Lineworks worryingly likes human flesh for lunch. Natey Doe Doggo is, am I allowed to put my channel in here? That's not a lunch meal.
What's cheese?
Cheese? You tell me.
That's double cheese.
Just a pile of cheese?
Tacos for 101 Jump. Peanut butter and jelly vidIQ. Do we have a branded vidIQ jelly? I don't know. Not sure. And what else have we got? Toasted cheese sandwich for Matt HB with the grain. Any you spotting there, Dan or Travis?
Ramen noodles.
Noodles? Ramen noodles. Who wants ramen noodles?
Who really wants ramen noodles like on purpose?
Tofu sandwich here for Errol Asper.
Meatball subs are great. Love it.
Chicken salad.
My enemies. I love that.
We're just, and somebody keeps asking, are we going to audit a WWE gamer? That's not a lunch. Meatball sub. And we're going to finish with this one. Love this one. Rebecca Lauren has the tears of her enemies for lunch. All right, folks, thank you very much. It's been an honor and a privilege as always, and I will leave with my usual splurge of words while Dan waves awkwardly at the camera. Time is the most important currency on YouTube, and you just spent 2 hours of that time with us. We hope we provided you with value in those 2 hours. Make sure you do that every single time with your audience. And now here comes the outro. See you next week. Actually, no, we'll see you on Friday because Wednesday. We have a Tube Talk. Oh, we'll see you on Wednesday, of course, for gaming. No, hang on. Let me just restart this. Dan, keep waving awkwardly. No. We'll see you on Wednesday morning for the webinar. We'll see you on Wednesday afternoon for the gaming live stream. And then we'll see you on Friday for the Tube Talk podcast. Wow, we've got a lot of live streams coming up. We'll see you then.